All right, my watch list for Monday. Start with XOMA here. Had a really nice run from, I don't know, the $4 area all the way to 6, and then back down to support at 4. Put in a green candle on Monday. It looked like it closed around its 200-day moving average, but if you switch to 15-minute candles, this thing based after running up Friday morning, it kind of, well, based, it kind of put in it consolidated right there at the high. So you got to like this over Friday's high for a trade on Monday. So that'll be on watch. CANF, a cheaper one, but it moved up from 250 to almost 6 to 575-ish. Pulled back, put in a lower high, but it's back down to an area of support. Kind of had one of those indecision candles, basically closed where it opened on Friday. So I want to watch this one for potential long. Let me go to 30-minute candles here. And one way to do it is just kind of visualize a trend line there. If you get up over this, up to this area, this one might give a nice pop. So I got to say, though, I don't love this one. 300,000 shares on Friday. So, I mean, it's a little too thin for my liking. And, you know, I'm almost talking myself out of it as I'm making this video. I didn't really notice how low volume was. So, you know, put that in your maybe I'll watch it category, but I don't love it, okay? GPOR. This one I like a lot, from 55 down to 40. Of course, it's, you know, in that energy industry, the oil space. But this $40 area is pretty significant, and it's gotten there in a hurry, especially over the last 2 sessions from 45 to 40. So I do want to watch this one for a bounce. ENB is another one. Gapped up on good news on Thursday. Ran a little bit and then sold off, and kind of the same thing on Friday. But, you know, you get much lower, I really want to watch that one for a bounce. Big volume the last couple of days. I think that's a good candidate. NOG, just another beaten up oil name. Again, I don't look at this and think, hey, that's a strong stock. But when things just keep falling like this, one day you'll get a violent bounce, okay? I'm not looking to invest. I'm a day trader. So unless, and if you saw my video on EYES the other day, we watched that thing for a bounce for several days, had it on a chart, didn't cost me anything though. And on the day when it finally set up the way we look for, we had well over almost a $2 move, I think. So that was a nice trade, and it doesn't cost you anything to have these on a chart. JRJC, you know, this one's got interesting resistance at 8, nice volume on Thursday, and kind of an inside day on Friday. So I still want to watch this one for another potential upside push. GDP just falls in that category, just like NOG, just on bounce watch again, and same with SM. Again, just looking for an oversold bounce as a day trade. And a couple other charts that caught my attention. QIHU, and the reason I don't really include it in my watch list is because I still think, you know, I like this as a bounce off this 60 area, but it's a couple down days still to get there. I don't know if it's putting in a lower high though, so I don't want to short this. If I knew this was going to 60, I'd short it at the open, right? But we don't know. We don't know if it's putting in a lower high. So this just kind of goes on a chart. I've got 6 monitors. It's gonna take up one small chart on one of my monitors. And I also have an alert in if it gets below 61. I want to start watching it for a bounce around 60. But I probably won't do anything with it tomorrow. And PTEN is also in my notes. This one's kind of getting ahead of itself. If you go to the weekly, this thing bounced off 14. Actually went down to 13, but has nice support at 14. Again, if I knew it was going to 14, I would short it at the open. But I don't know that. It probably looks like it's lower before it finally bounces. But again, that is another one that just goes on one of my small charts on one of my 6 monitors. I do like that a lot, and I have an alert in if that does get near 14. So that's what I'll be watching. And as always, we'll look for high volume anomalies as the day unfolds, and we're pretty good at trading those as well. Guys, be patient and wait for the setups to come to you, and you'll be much more successful. All right, have a good night.